Hi, this is Purple Turtle Tarot. I'm doing Scrabble tarot deck readings. Well, it's not tarot, but Scrabble oracle or intuitive readings. At least I'm trying. I keep getting evil eye on my third eye, like over and over again, even though I keep clearing it. So yeah, I'll try and push through that, and I think a lot of people would be like, well, why don't you just wait to do the readings? Well, I did that most of June because I got hit with a really hard voodoo attack from probably some witch doctor overseas, but I felt great today. I still feel great. It's just I constantly feel people trying to manipulate the energy in my chakras while I'm doing this. So I'm just giving fair warning. Hey. That's weird. Part of my chain on my pendulum is missing. I don't really want to check that on video right now, but yo, dude. Maybe it just fell off. I feel like this used to be longer, though. I think someone cut my pendulum chain. Frick. I also realized someone stole my Karma Oracle deck. It is one of my favorite Oracle decks. Probably my favorite one. And I haven't seen it since I came back from college. I think in August. But I might have had it in Utah, so I don't know. Anyways, moving on. There could be an Adam or a Tim. Some might be some like temporary worker, seasonal worker. They might be missing in action, or I also don't know why I got the phrase "pissing in action," but and then pine. So someone might live in a forest or something. Let me see. Check. It is about an Adam or a Tim. It's about missing in action, not anything about pissing in action. And it is located in a forest. Also, I don't know if philosophical has ever come across my videos. Should Charlotte thinks I'm a shit tarot reader, but I do take some of her, like her Scrabble Oracle card idea. Amazing. And I mean, I'm not really like taking her pendulum idea. She like kind of got advised people use pendulums a lot nowadays. But I just wanted to give her credit um, sometimes because I'm like impressed with how fast she can kind of do things. American Institute of Physics. There's some sort of okay. There's some sort of physics experiments going on in a forest involving an atom or a tin. Well, atom isn't that is a physics thing, huh? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. It's in Australia, possibly. What Australian forests are there? Are there? I don't know what Australia really even looks like. Whenever I picture it, I just picture like a bunch of plains, like yellow plains or something. Mm. Trying to figure out which forest it is. I could be wrong, but Daintree Rainforest? Show me yes. Show me no. Show me yes. Fuck. And see, Philly even said you gotta dip your pendulum in water to cleanse it. Fuck. I ain't got water set up right now, but. Like, seriously, like, I never see my pendulum get so still sometimes. I was like, what the. Like, something hanging on a string should not become that still. Frick. Um, show me yes. Show me no. It's funny, I just put rosemary essential oil on it and it's moving a lot again. Is it Daintree Forest? Um, is it Franklin? Where's that on the map? Maybe it's in multiple. Okay. Hmm. Well, what's going on in Daintree? Daintree Rainforest, one of the oldest rainforests in the world, located in Queensland, Australia. 400 square miles. It is recognized as part of the largest contiguous area of tropical rainforest in Australia, estimated to be 180 million years old, 10 million years older than the Amazon rainforest. Seems like a great place to hide something, in my opinion. But I mean, what are they experimenting on there? Hmm. Um, what are they? I don't know, man. What are they experimenting on? Ollie. Volts? Revolt? What is that? Anterior cerebral artery and anterior communicating artery complex. It contains one of the 7 circumventricular organs, CNS, the vascular organ of the lamina terminalis. It is covered with pia matter. I saw that word before. Pia. What is pia matter? Is that what they're experimenting on? Pia matter? What the fuck is that? Sorry. Innermost layer of the meninges. The protective membrane surrounding the brain and the spinal cord. It closely adheres to the surface of the brain, following its contours, and it is highly vascularized, providing essential okay. Are they? Show me yes. Show me no. Are these people remotely experimenting, doing physics experiments on people's pia matter from Australia? Yes. No. Make up your mind. I don't know, man. Okay. Pia matter. Pia mater is medieval Latin meaning tender mother. The other two meningeal membranes are the dura mater and the arachnoid matter. Arachnoid. Meningitis is the inflammation of the pia and arachnoid matter. This is often due to bacteria that have entered the subarachnoid space. I didn't, what? Oh, wow. Okay. No, this has actually been happening to me. No way. Show me yes. Show me no. Are these people in Australia trying to remotely give people meningitis? Yes. Which is the inflammation of protective membranes surrounding the brain and spinal cord. I don't know if I even talk about it much on my YouTube channel because, yeah, I thought I was literally freaking dying. Like 3-4 weeks ago. I thought it was, I couldn't tell if it was witchcraft or them doing EMF stuff on me. But it was my brain and my spinal cord and my neck. And I was scared that I had like a brain aneurysm. And I could tell that like just the skin, yeah, like it felt like the skin next to my brain was inflamed, especially like right here. But I don't know. It says common symptoms include fever, severe headache, neck stiffness, nausea, vomiting, and light sensitivity. Includes viral, bacterial, and fungal infections. And I was just going through some frequencies earlier, and I was like, I probably don't need to listen to a bacterial or a fungal, um, like removal frequency. Maybe I do need to. Um, yeah, that's kind of messed up. How would they do that though? How could you with physics? I feel like I'm pulling things out of my butt. There's no way. How would you do that? Show me yes. Show me no. Ah, you fuckers. I don't know why I have to doubt my own abilities, but I think they're literally using nanobots to like cause meningitis in people. And like my mom that supposedly has more knowledge than I do because she's, complies with the Matrix or is an Agent Smith, so she gets to know more things. Um, she keeps saying that if I try to eliminate parasites in my stomach, that they'll. She's like, sometimes when you try and get rid of parasites, they'll go into your brain instead. And she says that's like a lot. My parents always say things, whether they're using my name or not. They're usually telling me something that they want to happen or is happening or is going to happen because they're part of a secret society that has people that remote view and read Akashic records and things like that. And also, since I've started this reading, my brain has started freaking hurting. It was my third eye before in the last Scrabble Oracle reading I did, and somewhat the Genshin Impact Oracle reading I did. Now it's my skull. I'm sure some people would say you probably just placeboed that. No, I didn't think that they were gonna like try and do something to me. Like I can't even believe that. All right, but how do they even control nanobots? So Sorry I'm taking so long. The pendulum's being kind of wonky. I keep trying to ask, are the people doing this stuff to people's brains doing it to my brain close by right now? But it's just, it keeps going diagonal, which is kind of odd. I don't know. I think it's, yeah, people aren't even using they're using EMF weapons way more remotely than I thought they were. Possibly. I mean, I don't know what else. Let's see. Pia matter. Sacred anatomy. Uh, ow. Uh, yeah, so I guess they're just messing with cerebral spinal fluid around the brain that the brain floats in. Uh, hmm. The pia mater translates as gentle and smooth matrix and consists of a very vascular membrane that invests the entire surface of the brain, nurturing this vital organ with blood, much like the endometrial lining of the fertile uterus and the placenta encapsulating the embryo. This is a weird article. Um, Comparing it to Solomon's Temple of Old, this whole area within the center of the brain could be considered the anatomical location of the Holy of Holies and the holy place in our body temples, a place well guarded by the wing-like lobes of the cerebrum. I really hate that scientists are literally using science to mess with spiritual order. We have already been messing with our pineal gland, but the pia matter, the dura matter, the arachnoid matter are all something different. Oh my god. Literally, how do I like combat that though? I don't know, I was pushed towards tensoring, so that's probably the only thing. I just gotta wear a tensor headband all day. Yeah, sorry it's taking me a long time to like get a message. I'm just like feel like I'm reading a lot and not speaking so much. Oh, LRV, what does that stand for? Well, I asked them what they're experimenting on. That's how though. I feel like I'm pulling that out of my butt, but how does it lead me to what I was feeling a couple weeks ago? Light reflectance value, LRV, is a measurement that indicates percentage of light reflected from a surface with values ranging from 0, absolute black, to 100% pure white. Higher LRV values mean the color reflects more light, making a space appear brighter. What does it do? I don't know. How are they do? I wish I knew how physics worked. I'm so not great at physics. I just want to know how they're doing it. I don't know. Is it telling me that they're trying to wait. Reflectance is calculated by comparing the amount of reflected radiation to the amount of incident radiation. It helps in predicting and manipulating how surfaces interact with different types of energies. I don't know. Okay, but I guess whatever, they're causing meningitis in people or messing with people's cerebrospinal fluid through light reflectance values, through light manipulation, color manipulation, possibly. So not just sound. It probably sounds so stupid to people that know actual science. But is that weird? Because I look up, I don't know what LRV means. First thing that comes up is an electromagnetic thing, and that's physics. How did I know that LRV was going to be a physics thing? How did I know peel was going to be a kind of a physics science thing too? In volt. And then revolt. I mean, revolt, we kind of know what revolt means, but. Mmm. Hmm. Well, I know there's revolt, like to rebel, right? But there's also a chat app called Revolt that really respects your privacy. Are these, how much does it respect? And I don't know if that was in this reading, I did see bots. Secure and confidential, respects your privacy, no ads, no trackers, made in Europe, motherland of GDPR. What is GDPR? General Data Protection Regulation. Are these people that are doing this manipulation on people's cerebrospinal fluid or speaking on revolt, possibly? I mean, I kind of like that. I don't talk to anyone though, so don't know who I'm gonna talk to. It looks a lot like Discord though, but I've heard on Discord that it's highly susceptible to your information and anything you've shared on Discord being able to be found, even if you think you're in a private group or something. So I guess Revolt's like the super private version of Discord. Yeah. Well, let's see. Show me yes. Show me yes. Show me no. Show me yes. Oh. Show me no. Yeah, they are speaking on the Revolt app, I guess. It's taking me so long to get this message out, though. But yeah. Honestly, anyone that's messing with other people's cerebrospinal fluid, like, your neck should break. everyone messing with other people's cerebrospinal fluid should have brain aneurysms and have their heads explode. What the heck? Is there anything else with this message? Letter. I mean, why would they speak on a roll but then actually have letters? I doubt they're actually speaking through letters. And are they doing this in the forest? Seriously? They're probably doing it in more places than just there. God damn it. I don't know, my pendulum's saying they aren't doing these experiments anywhere else. And that they're messing with people's brains, at least in that way. Of messing with people being able to have blood get supplied to their brain and causing headaches and stuff. It's coming from Daintree Forest. I don't know. This reading got really specific, so yeah, it's saying that they're only doing these experiments. I'm sure there's other evil scientists doing brain experiments in other places, but specifically for like the pia matter, duro matter things, they're doing it there in Australia, Queensland. I don't know. What else are they trying to do? No. I don't know. Any other messages? Tabula. Isn't that something in the... No. That can't be something in the brain too, is it? Tabula rasa. Blank slate. Oh, I don't like that. It refers to the philosophical idea that individuals are born without any built-in mental content, and that all knowledge is derived from experience and perception. Are they trying to like re-clean slate? Is this how they do the Mandela effect? Absence of preconceived ideas or predetermined goals. The human mind, especially at birth, viewing as having no innate ideas. The idea of individuals being born empty or any built-in mental. Okay. I thought it was something in the brain. Tabula, an ancient tablet for writing on. Tabula, a plate or frame on which a title or inscription is carved. Yeah, it just seems like they're trying to like clean the slate of people's like experiences and thoughts and carve or write or inscribe something else onto their brains. It's like, that sounds so dramatic though. Mm. So you have to check to make sure like that my pendulum is saying the right things, and so I'll be like, are they trying to like just blank slate people's brains? It says yes, and I'm like, are they trying to help people? And it like very strongly says no. So I have to like ask things that I would think would give, I don't know. You basically have to test your pendulum. Um, I don't know. Is that even important? They're keeping some people's brains just basically blanked out while writing, programming basically other people's brains. Supposedly they've used that for the mandala effect. They mess with our cerebrospinal fluid to cause the mandala effect. I'm sure it's probably the pineal also. It says they're not really doing much with the pineal gland, at least at this lab or whatever it is. Hmm. That's weird. Was that in the same reading? Because I was talking about Xenon. And Tabula was a Roman board game. Which its earliest description is in an epigram of Emperor Zeno. It describes a game in which Zeno goes from a strong position to a very weak one after an unfortunate dice roll. I don't know, how is that important? It's just weird that the name Xenon and Zeno. Should I look up what he's important for? Should I go on that tangent? What? An ablaut? How do you pronounce that? I can't hear it. Ablaut. A vowel whose quality or length is changed to indicate linguistic distinctions, such as sing, sang, sung, song. I don't know. Wait. I kind of got something about how they're also like not just trying to make us forget things or wipe our brains blank or also rewrite over them or do the Mandela effect, but they're also messing with like our phonetics, our language. Are they based? I'm just getting this Tower of Babel story. I don't know. It might not be actual language. I mean, it said that they're messing with our actual language, but, just causing all of us to misunderstand each other and just causing conflict between us. But possibly, maybe, yeah, speaking multiple languages is supposed to come a lot easier to a lot of us. Bilal. away. The similar pronunciation of Babel and Balal is to confuse. It's literally in here. In the tabula, it also said the letters for Balal are also in here. I don't know. How many times have I said I don't know in this video? I'm sorry. If you actually watch this whole thing, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. But I think because I've been channeling light language a lot more, and it's just like I think a lot more humans are supposed to be able to tap into light language at this point, and maybe be able to pick up other languages a lot easier. And they're doing things not only to create the mandala effect and make us forget things, but also to like keep us only speaking one language and everything. I don't know. This message was probably way too long for the amount of information I gave, so I do apologize about that. But again, thank you for listening. Thank you, my subscribers. Thank you, my viewers, and my adversaries. Yeah.